Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to be with you again. Brad Macbeth here, and Charlotte's here with me as well again today. And welcome, Simple Plan community, friends, and just people who want to do well with their money. It's great to be together. And hi, Charlotte. It's nice to see you again.
Hi, thanks for having me again.
Good. I'm really enjoying having you on these broadcasts. It makes it
Hmm.
much more pleasant, I think, for everybody.
I'm enjoying it too.
So today we want to talk about the a couple of things that we've been working hard on, that you especially have been working hard on, Charlotte. The 5 Day Financial Fitness Challenge and
Mm.
the Simple Plan community. These are both big initiatives that we've started to begin to really engage the community of people who want to do better with their money. And the 5 Day Challenge is both that and a great place to begin getting your finances in order. So let me just put, put up the site for the challenge, and people can, of course, sign up there if they want to. It's at go.getthesimpleplan.com/5day. We'll put that information in the comments. And so people can still go there now. It's been going for a number of days, but it's definitely fine to come join. And you maybe want to tell them a bit about what happens if they do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, even though we've kind of already been through the challenge, you can still join now. And after you sign up, you're then going to get a welcome email. And then you'll get an email with each day's content for 5 consecutive days following the day you register. So each morning you'll get some content. It's going to give you a video and a lesson that day. It'll give you a call to action, your expert action, and then as well as something that you can share within the Facebook community. And each lesson is a little bit different, but all of them are very focused on your financial fitness. And for those that did do the challenge but are kind of thinking like, hey, we're not quite finished, I just want to encourage you to keep going with it because the content we did, there was so much inside of it. But it's something that's like you can continuously work at. And I know, Dad, you gave us kind of some tips on things like your net worth because that was kind of like a bigger one to find, or your cash flow, um, uh, for us to continuously work on, and some little places that it'll be easier to get that information.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Mm-hmm.
most people don't even think about net worth. They think that applies to big companies or rich people or something like that. We're fond in our house of shouting out to Alexa, "Hey, what's so and so's net worth?" And somehow she seems to know everybody's net worth. So watch out. But it's the single best measure of how you're doing financially. And a lot of people can be doing well financially. Maybe they're struggling with their cash flow, but they might be doing well financially from a net worth point of view, which is the most important measure. And they just need a little help getting their cash flow under control. On the other hand, some people are living very well, and so they think they're doing really well, but their net worth is terrible, or in many cases negative, because they're carrying lots of debt. And without measuring our net worth, it's just not easy to see that. And I know for us, because Heather and I went through all the steps, we've done all the stuff that's in there. And when we did it, it really took about 3 months just to get the cash flow thing kind of tweaked the way we wanted it to work, and then another couple of months after that to make it all routine. So 5 days is going to get you started in a very powerful direction, but you got to keep on keeping on. And that's what, over time, makes the huge difference. And it's years in the rearview mirror for us now, but it certainly was just a massive transformation and a spectacular one in our lives. It's where real financial freedom lies. It's financial freedom isn't having lots of money. You can talk about some big sports figures, right? Like Mike Tyson. I think I was listening to a good friend of ours the other day, Mike Crofts, commenting that Mike Tyson had made something like $350 million in his career. and declared bankruptcy and was broke. And that's a common theme actually among many sports people, because they live well, they have lots of money, but they never really get it under control. So, and you know that we believe here that everybody, uh, we live in the most prosperous society that's ever been for such a large body of people. And we believe everybody can do well financially, however they define that. If they get a plan and get just follow those steps, plan, protect, and progress.
Yeah, I think that was such a good point you just said about net worth, right? Is how some people can be living really well, but their net worth is probably very likely, or some for some people will be in the negative. And yet you might look at someone else who's living very humbly and not really think they're maybe doing as well. But even having your net worth at zero, like you want to build from there, but having when you have no debts is a win. And sometimes that's the person living more humbly is going to be at that zero. So it's a good measure to look at so that you don't get caught up in the image of everything, right? And realize, like Mike Tyson,
Yeah,
that there can be people living very well that aren't doing so well with their net worth, which is really important.
yeah, for sure. And one of the great places that we have, I mean, we kind of ramped it up in conjunction with getting the 5 day financial fitness journey going, but is the Simple Plan community where people can travel together with like minded people to really enjoy uh, and learn from one another as they go through the different phases of getting their financial life in order. Let me just put that up there. So, and you've been working hard on making this grow and contributing content there, Charlotte.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to invite anyone that's watching this, if you're not a part of our community yet, I would love for you to join us. It's There's something so powerful about communities. I run a couple Facebook communities, and just the sense of community that you get from them, especially when you're all focused on one sort of theme or one sort of goal. We're all trying to sort of, you know, get ahead or get into that financial freedom or that financial peace of mind. There's such a power around being in a community that that is supporting this, and especially right now, like I know over the last couple of years, everyone's felt some sort of degree of loneliness or isolation. And so not only are these good for your financial well-being, but they're really good for your mental well-being, right? And the social aspect of it. And you kind of get to know people if you really contribute into a community and engage. You do start to feel that like sense of like a home within that little community, and it's just such a valuable thing right now.
Yeah. And one of the things that many of us feel if we're having some challenges financially is that we're alone and it's just
Mhm.
us. And so people can tend to feel some embarrassment and they start hiding things. And so they don't actually ever figure things out because they're just trying to paint a pretty picture that, hey, things are going great. And it's very liberating. That's really the first step in financial freedom is just being able to acknowledge that, hey, things aren't quite as I'd like, and I want to learn how to make them better. And when you have a community of people to walk with through that whole journey and to support, it's not just that they help you, you can give them support. We all go through our ups and downs on this journey. And it's a great place to hang out, to kind of sojourn together, and to learn some great tips and insights from other people.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're in the community right now and you're watching this and there's, certain topics that you want to discuss or cover, please voice that in the community because likely other people are, wanting to focus on that thing or have the same kind of questions. And we really want to cater this to what you guys need and what you guys need help with when it comes to your finances.
Yeah. So in the community, we've got people doing, we've got videos that are posted. These live broadcasts get posted in there. All sorts of tips are going to be happening in there. Plus, the 5 day financial fitness people are all in there sharing what's going on with them. And we are just making a big push now to bring everybody in the Simple Plan family, if you will, into the community and to start walking together through all of this. And so that's actually one other thing I wanted to touch on is that for all the people, uh, and we really appreciate you that have in the past downloaded our tools, shared something, been part of the community, or maybe they've been through one of our courses or what have you. We're sending out an email to everybody that's a part of that larger group. Over the next few days, we're sending out emails just kind of getting things tidied up. We want everyone who's a part of the community just to say, hey, yeah, I'm glad to be a part of it and I want to keep hearing from you. Or if, if it's served its purpose and you're on to other things, that's fine too. You can just let us know so that we don't want to clog up your email inbox with things that you don't want. And so you'll be receiving an email from us in the next few days that's going to invite you to kind of just put your hand back up and say, yes, I'm in. I want to be a part of this and I want to hear from you. And we're sending out a regular email starting next week, once a week, that's going to have information on, it's going to have tips and tools. It's going to have something that's going on in the community, links to our live broadcasts, and something every week from some story, some personal story about someone that's a part of the community. So we're really looking forward to kind of getting that going. It's going to arrive in your email inbox on kind of later in the day Friday, so you'll be able to hang out with it Friday evening or all through the weekend if you have opportunity.
And same thing with that email. Like, we want to hear from you guys. If there's anything you want tips on, any content you want in that email, or if you have a story to share and you're a member of the community right now, please reach out because we'd love to feature you.
Absolutely. Yes, we're very excited about this, kind of taking our whole community to the next level and growing things together. So just to reiterate, if you want to join the 5 day financial fitness, you can do so here at go.getthesimpleplan.com/5 day.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to join the Simple Plan community, you can do that at facebook.com/groups/Simple Plan community, or just go to Facebook and search on Simple Plan community. You can join there. Feel free to invite your family and friends, anyone you think that would benefit from either of these. We welcome everybody who's on this journey together.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
so anything else you want to add, Charlotte?
I just wanted to talk a little bit about the grind set that we've been
Ah,
discussing just before we hop off, because I know that's a word we've been using this week, and I think it'd be fun to just share with everyone what that's all about.
sure. So we went on this journey we talked about earlier in this week in setting goals. We did the grouse grind together, and as we were wandering along that topic of grind set came up, and it just seems to me to fit so well with what's required to really make a big turnaround in your finances. We know that even though we live in a very prosperous society, uh, many people express that they have concerns about their finances, that they know that they want things to be better. They just want to have more confidence about their finances. They're feeling stress or uncertainty, and they feel out of control. So when you undertake this journey to turn that around, it is a long journey, and so you don't just need the right mindset. You definitely need that, but you've really got to persevere. You've got to grind it out, and so that's where the idea of Grindset was born. And so, how do you see that fitting in, Charlotte, with what you've seen with the 5 day financial fitness and your journey through that?
Yeah, I think it's very fitting because, yes, I did the 5 day challenge, but I still have lots of things I need to work on. And like you said, the cash flow plan, which is just another version of budgeting, takes about 3 months to really implement and have flow. And that takes a grind set, right? Like 3 months is a commitment, right? You're not gonna see the results right away. You're not gonna feel that flow right away. You have to have that grind set. And so that's something, even though, yes, I'm through the challenge, I'm going to be working on, I'm going to be setting on aside time each week to really focus on that. And I think grind set also really kind of ties into the sense of community. Like, when we're having challenges and we need to like dig deep and find that grind set, when you have other people that have this same grind set surrounding you, it really helps carry you in those moments that you're like not really sure if you can take another step forward on this. So I think it ties in well to both the challenge and the group.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And you'll find out. So, for example, on the cash flow, right? One of the things when I got into this business 18 years ago now, was very, very difficult to help people in that area because there was really no simple way for them to see how they were spending their money. They would have to start tracking things, which meant saving receipts and writing it down, and it was
Yeah.
very tedious. And so it defeated most people. There's just so many parallels between doing better with your finances, doing better with your uh, physical fitness, and doing better with your diet, right? That they all have the same kind of commonality of you have to make big changes, you got to grind it out, and they're behavioral, so they can be challenging. On the other hand, we feel so great when we've made those changes. And so now on the kind of the budgeting side of things, or the cash flow management, which is uh, budgeting is a part of that for sure. Uh, Now we have really powerful tools. People are using credit cards and debit cards all the time, mostly, in fact. And so they have this record that they can go back and look at. You could see in an evening what you've been spending your money on for the last 6 months easily. And there's tools you can even download it into, and it'll actually even for most of the transactions that that the tools recognize, they'll assign it right away. So you don't have to even go in and tell it, well, the $8 coffee I bought at Starbucks was for coffee. It's going to tag that all yourself. And
Hmm.
you're going to see very quickly where your money's going. And that's the beginning, right? Is you've got to see where you are before you can start to plot a course to where you want to go. So it's, uh, it's a great tool. The challenge is a great tool to get started. The community is a great place to sojourn with others who are on the same journey, and many many are. I mean, I've really been in contact with thousands of people over the last few years who are on that kind of a journey to do better, and some make it, lots don't. I'd say the two reasons people don't are the lack of the kind of the grind set. They want a fast turnaround, and lack of community. It just, the community gives you energy. Sometimes all that can happen in the community is you can just, when things go poorly, you can just laugh together. That's that's it, right? Sometimes that's all there is. And you just go, yep, we're going to dust ourselves off and carry on. But the community can really help you to get over the hump on all of this.
Yeah, it feels so like satisfying and unifying when you see like a post that someone's made about a struggle that you're also going through too, right? Like it just makes you feel like, okay, I'm not in this alone.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. So just one last time, if you want to go on the 5 day challenge, it's at go.getthesimpleplan.com/5 day. And if you want to join the Facebook Simple Plan community, that's at facebook.com/groups // Simple Plan community, or just go search for Simple Plan community on Facebook and you'll find us there. Well,
Mhm.
it's been great talking about this. I'm really excited to see what's going to unfold over the coming weeks and months as we continue to grow in this community and on this journey. So, thanks very much for being here today, Charlotte.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. And I just want to say, if you're in the community right now, feel free to drop a line in the community or message me directly if there's anything that you want to see, because we want to really provide content for you. And I'd love to get to know you guys more too, anyone out there who's watching and is a part of this.
Excellent. All right. Thanks very much, everybody. Great to be with you. We'll see you in your email inbox, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye, guys.